Hi guys, welcome to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe. I'm Ron. If you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning member, welcome back. If you're a new member, could you please share, like, and smash that subscribe button? It definitely helps the channel grow. And before we get started, as always, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't make any medical claims. This is all based on my own personal journey. So please do your homework first before you get started. Well, today I wanted to give you some tips on how to lose some weight and to have a successful journey. On Ron's Keto Cafe, I started my weight loss on August 17th of 2020. Well, back then I was 325 pounds. And earlier in the year, I was like 367 pounds from January to August 17th. I was trying all different plans, and I eventually stumbled across the ketogenic lifestyle. I tried it a couple of times before in the past, but I wasn't successful on it because I didn't have enough education on it. So just a brief history, when I first started my YouTube channel, I was changing times, living the ketogenic lifestyle. I had Ron's weight loss journey, and I had another name. I can't remember what the name was, and I eventually settled on Ron's Keto Cafe because I'm always drinking coffee. I enjoy coffee. I enjoy going to the coffee shop in the morning, the Main Street Cafe in our city. Talking to people, and that's who I am. But it has nothing to do with a restaurant or anything like that. It's just a name that I liked, and it kind of like stuck with me. And yeah, who knows? Maybe someday I will have a Keto Cafe. I don't know, but you know, it's a name that stuck to me, and it's a name I'm always going to leave for now. Oh, incidentally, before I talk about that, I was watching Just Jason Keto's Journey last night. He had a live stream, and he was showing some pretty cool merchandise that this girl had made him for the design logo. So I'm going to see if she'll, if he's watching my video, maybe she is there. I'd like to have her do something with me for that. And eventually, when my channel gets monetized, I'd like to, have something like with a Ron's Keto Cafe with a coffee cup type design. And we'll see what happens. Let's see if she get a hold of me and how much she would charge me. But anyways, yeah. So if you do that sort of thing, you let me know, huh? Anyway, so I started out my weight loss journey in August 17th at 325 pounds. And, over the course of the last 3 years, I brought my weight down to as low as 200. I never been under 200, but I've been at 200 a few times. So I felt really good and confident with all that. But looking back at my old photographs, and I had really, my face was all kind of like wrinkly and whatever. I didn't like that look. And back around last year, maybe May or June, I decided to try maintenance for a while, and ever since then I've been off and on keto and carnivore and dirty keto, lazy keto, and all that stuff there. And so what happened was I maintained my weight, but as a result I ended up picking up 45 pounds of that weight. But since I picked up the initial 45 pounds to where I am now, which is 258, I managed to hold off 70 pounds in that whole frame time. It's staying off for the most part, and which I feel pretty good because of, I went from a 6X shirt down to a 3X shirt, down to a 1X shirt, and I went from a size 60 pants down to a size 32, and now I'm back up to a size 38. So, but being in a size 60 pant size to a size 38, from a size 6X to a size extra large shirt, I think that's phenomenally well. And so I would encourage you to, if you're new to weight loss, well, what's the best way for me to go about approaching it is just start. It don't matter if you're doing keto, carnivore, or Atkins, or WW, any of those programs, they all work. You just have to be patient and have to stick to it. And that's basically what I did. I stuck to my plan, and I'm going to continue to lose weight. I'm going to continue to inspire you guys, and we're going to continue to inspire you guys to get healthy and get out there and get motivated. So another tip I would have for you when you're just starting out, if you're newbie, take a starting weight measurement, and your starting weight and a goal weight and a target weight. And my target weight or goal weight has always been 180 pounds. Again, I never hit that target weight, but I hit a goal weight a couple times. 200 pounds is what I'm saying, what I was trying to say. I would take lots of measurements. Now, what I did at the very first day one, I took a full frame photograph, lots of profile photographs with the selfies. Every time I go walking, I'll ask a volunteer if you can take a photograph of me, a full frame photograph. We'd be surprised, a lot of people will. And what I did was I created a little folder on my computer and put all my stuff into that. And then as I created my YouTube channel, I started marking off each adventure, walking adventure, or anything that I did for that particular week. Mark it week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So if you eventually do want to start a YouTube channel, you have everything all well organized and pre-edited, and you can just go ahead and start putting your stuff up on the channel. So that's how I ended up getting started, and keeping everything in a portable hard drive or a thumb drive or on your computer desktop if you got enough room. If you're dealing with a lot of video files, you're going to find that they take up a lot of space, so you might want to invest into a portable hard drive. I happen to have a half a dozen of them. Well, I got one that's a 10 terabyte hard drive, and I got others that are 4, 6 terabytes. As they get more and more advanced with these terabyte hard drives, I pick them up from time to time, and I love using them. And then I just take them and I send them in the closet, and I put them in a box and set them in the side of the tote or whatever, you know. And that's how I've been really successful too. Because what's really kind of neat about this is if you're doing a YouTube channel, you're gonna look back at your journey and say, well, okay, I gained like 50 pounds this for the last 3 or 4 months, and had really, really bad months and stuff. Well, what did I do right then that I'm not doing now? You know, and this is why it's important too to document your journey on paper. Now, my penmanship sucks, so I use Word doc. You put on this, and I usually type it all out and print it out, but my printer's not working today. I got to get some more ink and yeah. So once I get my printer going, I'll be able to start printing this stuff out again, and I'll be able to read off of my notes if I want to. I try to remember everything in the back of my head. So that's number one. I would recommend that you just start your journey, take lots and lots of measurements, have a starting weight and a goal weight, and be consistent. Take not measurements, but take scale photos every day if that's what you need to do. I take them once a week. Monday is my weigh-in. No matter good or bad, that's what it is. That's why you constantly and then I'll have good weeks, and then I'll have bad weeks, and then I'll have what's called non-scale victories. And a non-scale victory is like when you don't gain any weight, you feel pretty good, and that you might go by so you might be into an extra large, and 2 or 3 weeks later you're into a medium or a large shirt, say for instance, and all of a sudden Jesus, scale's not moving, but I'm fitting into smaller clothes. What's a non-scale victory? And I've done that plenty of times, you know. Sometimes I don't always weigh myself in where I've been so far into my journey. Sometimes I can just tell how my clothes fit, whether or not I'm having a good week or a bad week. But that's what I would do. We talked about taking photographs, measurements. On your measurements, what I do is I take a neck, and I get a flat measuring tape I bought at Walmart for under $10. I'll measure my neck to neck, and then I'll measure my breast to breast, my belly button to belly button, my waist to waist. Now, when I first started the ketogenic lifestyle, I measured my arms, my arm biceps, my forearms, my thighs. I did my inner thighs. I did all that, and you can do that if you want, but I would just keep it simple. And so we talked about that, the photos. Another one that's really, really huge is get family support and social media support. I have a YouTube channel, runs Keto Café, and I also have a Facebook support group that you're welcome to join. Runs Keto Café support group. I had gotten involved with, and to this day I continue to get involved with other YouTubers and their support groups like Keto Rewind and the Incredible Stephy, the Shrinkables, and whole host of other ones that I follow, and that I went into their Facebook support groups or their Facebook pages and their social media pages, and all they ask is just same as mine: be respectable to their rules, and you'll be fine. And then do lots and lots of research. Boy, I can't tell you that one. When I first started the ketogenic lifestyle, I had no idea what it was, and I thought it was like the Atkins diet, eating lots and lots of bacon, and that was pretty much it, and that's all I could eat all day long. Boy, was I ever mistaken. The first time I went on keto, when I thought I was on keto, I ate like 2 pounds of bacon one day, and I had a half a dozen eggs, and I said, I can't be doing this every day, I said, first of all, now the price of bacon is so damn ridiculous, I couldn't even afford it anyways. And the eggs I could do, but just the idea is that, you really need to do the ketogenic lifestyle is not about eating eggs and bacon all the time. It's a healthier way of living. The ketogenic lifestyle basically means once you reach a stage of, remember, I'm not a doctor, so once you reach a certain area of ketosis, your body starts burning fat for fuel. So by keeping your weight into your carbs to 20 carbs or less, depending on what your macros are. My macros are around 40 carbs. Ideally for me to keep my body in the ketosis. And I used to have one of those Mojo meters that got destroyed in a flood last year, so I'm planning on sending out for another one so I can check my ketone levels and all that. But if you can't afford that, it's around $40 in the ketone strips that you need to buy, right? To check your glucose and all that. And you could get the strips and all that stuff at some of the your Walmarts and your CVS's and stuff like that. And that's basically what I did. I bought my strips at those places, and I sent out for my stuff at Amazon. And incidentally, I send out the majority of my stuff at Amazon. And what's great about Amazon is most of the product you can send it back. It's going to make sure when you're on the description part of it to the right hand side of the Amazon website that it's a returnable product in case you're not happy with it. And so do your lots and lots of research, and then subscribe to YouTubers for inspiration and ideas. And that's what I do. Every time I go on lives, I have live channels where I do live videos, live cooking shows from time to time. I talk about my week live. I go on my walking adventures. I'll talk live out on location. It's fun to see what other YouTubers are doing and how they're losing weight, and show them some support. A lot of them have like a membership where you can, for a small monthly fee, and you can donate a little bit to their channel to buy them a coffee or something like that, as little as $1, a couple of dollars here and there. I've donated as much as $100 to some YouTuber channels, I'm not quite monetized yet, but when I do eventually get monetized, I'll have a little dollar sign at the bottom, and I'll have a little perk. And you can, support my channel that way by, offering me a little coffee in the morning, because I love coffee. And eventually when that channel gets monetized, we'll have periodically giveaways, and I'll be offering gift cards to Amazon or Walmart or wherever your favorite store is. And all they'll need at that point, it will be your contact information. And so that's a really good thing. And again, like last night, I'll have like 3 or 4 browsers open on my computer desktop, and I'll be watching other YouTubers lives all at the same time. And I'll listen to one volume higher. I drive my wife crazy with this. Well, it's not all I drive her crazy with, but that's neither here or there. Okay, and then another tip I got for you guys is know what is keto foods, what kind of vegetables you eat, and what kinds of fruits you can eat. I can't stress that enough. Somebody made a comment on one of my videos. She said, Ron, that's not keto, even though it was marked keto. And I didn't realize that. And I thought she was being a, And then I looked at the ingredients and I realized that she was right. But don't be a keto police or somebody's food police, okay? Because sometimes I get what I can afford. My wife and I happen to be on retirement, and I can't always afford keto. And over the course of the last year or so, sometimes they have to break off of keto and to go back to the American cultural foods, which is all processed junky foods. Now that I'm back on track, I just get a whole big keto supply of foods and of things that I can use for keto and make recipes. So we're definitely back on track, and I would suggest doing it that way. And so the foods like vegetables, I'll have some links below the video, but I was watching some of those videos from Dr. Ken Berry. He's a great YouTuber. Him and his wife both do keto, and he's an actually certified doctor, by the way. So kudos for him. And there's a whole host of other ones that are actually doctors that I follow to get advice on. And he was saying, well, what kinds of vegetables to eat, what kinds of fruits to eat. Now remember, eggs are not dairy. Eggs are, even though they're in the dairy area, but the eggs are fine for carnivore and keto. And again, I've done carnivore, I've done keto, dirty keto, lazy keto, you name it, I've done it. And but for me, I like doing both carnivore and keto. At times I was thinking about switching off to carnivore, but on a regular basis, I like keto because I like vegetables, So every now and then, like Monday through Friday, I'll do carnivore, and then I'll do keto on the weekends. And it's pretty much easy. Carnivore is easy too. It's just all meat-based products with some fats, and I'm sure you can handle that, right? You can eat steak 2 or 3 times a week, and then do carnivore meals and keto meals during the weekend. I've done that before. I've gotten on the grocery order that I just recently sent out on Amazon. I got some almond flour, coconut flour. I got some powdered confectionate swerve. I got the granular swerve, and I got some brown sugar. And I sent out for some chocolate syrup from the maple syrup. which is all really great and healthy products for you. So I use that a lot for my recipes. Like today, for instance, we're making a nice pizza from Max's Boot Camp, and that should really be good. And another piece of advice I have before I close out, so I hope these tips really help you guys, is the most best advice that Jess gave me and continue to give support to us is you do you. Don't worry about what other people think. Now, when I first started keto, I was telling people that I was doing keto, and I used to get those funny, weird looks, and I just, were you doing keto? Yeah, right. I go, yeah, right, I am doing keto, and then I used to tell people, how much weight did you lose this week, Ron? Well, I lost 30 pounds this past couple of months. Well, what are you going to do? Go out and celebrate by getting a large pizza? He goes, no. I said, the old Ron made it, but the new Ron went out and did walking, and I bought myself a smaller size shirt. So that's another thing. What I would recommend too is I would not tell anybody. When I first started keto, I made that mistake of telling family and friends and everything. If you're at a function like a holiday gathering at one of your family's house or something, say for instance a birthday party or like Christmas or something like that, I would just kind of like pick and choose your food, or even bring your own. And if you're in that situation where you have to bring something, make it keto, but don't tell them it's keto. I got a lot of recipes for that stuff if you're not home, if you have to be in that situation. And there's a lot of other ones that do the same thing. So you got that option, you can always bring stuff with you. And even when you go to a restaurant, I brought my own sugar, my monk fruits before, and I'll have my monk fruit when I get a coffee in the morning and stuff like that. And the other thing, when you go to a restaurant, you can order, say, if you're doing carnivore, you can order eggs and a nice big piece of steak. They don't have a problem with that. I did notice that Dr. Ken Berry was saying that salt is our friend, and I use Redmond's real salt, and I get the better of the salts. Now the salt over there in the blue box is not real salt. That's garbage salt. So I noticed one time when I wanted a baked potato over the last year when I was doing an anniversary date with my wife, I got this steak and a baked potato, and the potato was saturated with salt. It was there. I couldn't eat it. It was that bad, And then I asked the girl that. I goes, "This is something new you guys are doing." And she said, "Well, they're all doing it now." And I said, "Well," then that made me realize that the next time after that, when I got another potato, which of course wasn't keto, I asked for it without the salt, and I just put my own salt on it, which is fine. But again, they're using the regular salt because those restaurants are getting whatever, they're trying to save money. And so when I do go to a restaurant now, I stay away from the baked potato, and I'll get a steak and a side dish of broccoli or something like that. And Dr. Ken Berry, he had a lot of great tips on that too. And again, I'll have a couple of his links below the video. And yeah, so I have over 1,350 subscribers now. Thank you very much, and I appreciate all that. Back in September, the Ketogenic Woman interviewed me, and I had, like, at the time, 650 subscribers, so I went up over double that. I have my watch hours are almost there to where it's going to be monetized later on in the fall, and I can't thank everybody enough for that. And so today is a lousy day in our city. It's raining, got a lot of heavy rain coming in today, so I figured I'd do this today and get a couple of recipes done for you today, and do a video blog on for you to have a successful journey. These are some of my favorite tips on how I lost weight. I'll have like a show before and after photographs so you can see where I am now to where I was. This past week I was at the Doyle Estate. One of my friends well, actually I just met her that day at the Doyle Estate when I was walking around the other perimeter. I said, "Can I borrow you for a minute?" I said, "Sure, what's up?" She said, can you take a full frame photograph of me? So we went over to the bridge area. She took a nice photograph of me. I'll have that above. But, don't be afraid to ask people. But just the only problem was a couple of years ago, I was at Sherwin Farms, and I asked somebody to take a photograph, and she put some stuff on my camera because she didn't want to, she was afraid it was contaminated or whatever, and she destroyed my phone. And I had to get a new phone because I wasn't able to take any more photographs. And so don't ever let somebody do that to your phone, guys. If they feel that insecure about your phone, just go on, because you don't want to be in that situation and have it, have a payment left on your phone and have to get another one like I did, But yeah, I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson that day, and I just wanted to see if there's any thing I want to add. It talked about Max's boot camp, and we're going to make a pizza topping, and we did that. And the other thing I'm pretty sure I might have mentioned it. Don't be a keto police of somebody else's food, because you don't know. You know, they might be dealing with the same thing that I'm dealing with on retirement and stuff like that. And money's been tight right now. I've been applying all over the place, but almost a lot of places right now, they got a hiring freeze. They're not really hiring anybody. You know, I did get a job offer for one of the local mart services, but I don't think I can handle the hours they want to give me. They're giving me the crap hours that nobody else wants. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning for 2 or 3 hours, and then have a split shift, and then go back in around 1 in the afternoon and finish up till around 8, 9 o'clock at nighttime. And, no, I don't think so. But, something will come along my way, and if it doesn't, I'll just have to sit tight and do the best I can, like I always do. Just like with your weight, you do the best you can do. And so I'm going to leave it with that. And again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope I didn't talk too long on this video. And I'm going to set this up as a premiere so I can answer any questions below. And speaking of that, if you're looking for somebody to do a nice interview with from week to week, I'm looking for like a designated day that we can, support one another. I'm looking for some support. I could really use somebody's help, that we could talk to each other week to week on YouTube and do a video and then share our journey, adventure, and that sort of thing. So if that might be interesting to you, and maybe share some of our recipes, what we made for that week. So if that might be interesting to you, please let me know down below in the show more somewhere, and send me a private text message or a email, my email contact below. But anyways, enough said of everything, enough jibber jabber. I'm gonna just go make another cup of coffee, just relax, enjoy my day. You have a great day, you enjoy your day. And remember not to give up, because I'm certainly not going to give up. I've given in many times, but I've never given up. So be that as said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if anybody hasn't told you this lately, you are amazing.